Hi everyone, welcome to the Austin and Arthur Show.
皆さんこんにちは。Austin and Arthur Show へようこそ。
We're two Americans living in Japan, sharing our experiences and cultural differences between Japan and the U.S.
Yes! 日本に住むアメリカ人2人が日米の文化の違いや雑談経験をシェアしています。
Many Japanese people also use our show for English listening practice.
多くの日本人の方も英語のリスニング練習に使ってくれています。
Today we're talking about Reddit, a forum site that most Japanese people don't know, but many foreigners in Japan use to talk about their lives in Japan.
今日は Reddit という日本人はあまり知らないけど、日本に住んでいる外国人がよく使う掲示板サイトについて話します。
Alright, we have 5 listening questions for you.
リスニング問題を5つ用意しています。1、オースティンが子供の頃、夏といえば何を思い浮かべていた？ 2、日本に住む外国人が Reddit でよく不満に思っていることは何？ 3、アーサーによると Reddit の人たちが友達ができない理由は何？ 4、オースティンの同僚はコンピュータをどうやって使っていた？ 5、アーサーが最後にこぼしたのは何だった？
Answers are available for AA Friends members. Check the link in the description.
答えは AA Friends メンバー限定。説明欄のリンクをチェック。
Enjoy the episode.
それでは楽しんでください。Cheers!
Cheers.
Another win from Aki.
This is a banger.
This is juicy.
Yeah. This is
Yeah.
good.
This is like, I almost feel like they put sugar in this.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
It kind of tastes like they're like putting like some kind of juice into it.
Yeah, because it's like, it is super sweet and juicy. Like, it's almost like unnaturally sweet.
Yeah, it's
but
like-
I like it.
It's like berry-like. It's not like sugar sweet.
Yeah.
It's like tarty sweet.
Yeah, this is,
Yeah.
was it Omine? How do you read this, Aki?
Omine.
Omine. Oh, do you want to bring your mic? I forgot to bring your mic over just like that. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so Omine and 3 grain, and this is Dai Nani-san tsubu. Natsu no Otozure. Yeah, so this is like a summer sake, and we are filming this in June. It's got a nice little mermaid on it.
Yeah. Okay. So I was having a conversation with
Keep on going.
Yeah, with Aki about this, and why is it that like the ocean is associated with Japan here? Or sorry,
Why is the ocean associated with Japan?
The ocean is associated with summer here in Japan.
Well, the ocean, I feel like the ocean is associated with summer everywhere. It's associated with summer.
Really?
Yeah, because when it's summer, you go to the beach. When it's winter, you're sad that you live by the beach. Like, that's just how it is.
Yeah, I really?
Yeah.
I know.
Maybe because like Seattle is like 300 days of rain, and so
I mean,
it's like
it's
like
maybe,
uni-seasonal.
Maybe that's
Uni-seasonal. No, because like for us, growing up in Massachusetts where it snows a lot,
Yeah.
and it's quite warm in the summers. Like, I was surprised when I spent my first summer in Seattle how tame it was.
yeah.
It was so nice. Because in Boston, it's like you're freezing cold or you're sweating a lot. I mean, nothing compared to Tokyo,
Yeah.
But yeah, so during the summer, everyone goes to the beach. Like, that's the
Okay,
beach
really?
thing. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Because like I was just mentioning how like when I think of summer, I think of going camping. So like I think of like
Dude, that's so
forests.
Pacific Northwestern of you.
I guess it is.
Yeah.
I guess it is. I think of forests.
Okay.
I think of forest tents, like campfires. Like that's what I think of when I think of summer.
That really strikes me as like Pacific Northwestern,
Yeah.
upper left people,
Yeah.
Because now for us, it's you go to the beach. You go to the beach every day. I mean, the beach is right there. And in all fairness, in Seattle, what beach do you have? You have Alki Beach. You have all that.
Is that really even?
It's not even really. I remember.
It's not even a beach.
I
dude.
remember after living in Seattle for a couple years.
Yeah.
Because ever since I moved to the States from when I was 7 years old,
Mm-hmm.
I had always lived within a 10-minute walk of the beach.
Yeah.
And actually, I lived for a lot of that, I actually lived on top of a hill where when you got to the bottom of the hill, it was a 2-minute walk to the beach. It was so close. So I could see the ocean from my house even.
That's great.
So when I went to Seattle and I couldn't see that anymore, I was like, man, I really want to go to the beach. Yeah. And my local friends were like, hey, we have Alki Beach. We should take you there. I'm like, yeah, this is so exciting.
Oh, gravel,
I get
great.
there, gravel and like a fake sand. And
awesome.
Why is this even here?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
No, I mean, we're getting way off topic, but
we haven't even decided we haven't even told the topic yet.
My whole thing is like screw Alki. The best park is Gasworks Park.
Gasworks Park is really
good. Go there if you want like a nice like I think we showed it in our like a previous
we did, but I'm gonna bring it up again.
But yeah, it's if you want a nice like view of the waterfront, because the Gasworks Park I think is Lake Washington. I don't think it's actually the ocean.
No, it's Lake Union.
Yeah, it's just a cool area, right? And it's got an incredible view of all of Seattle.
Yeah.
It's very centralized. You can see like all the districts of Seattle.
Yeah, look at this picture. This is beautiful.
Yeah, you go right up to the water. It's such a gorgeous area.
I mean, if your idea of a beautiful view is to look at a city, this is beautiful.
No, but like you got a lot of nature there too.
Yeah, if you go, so there is like a hill behind the Gasworks area where you can kind of do a 360 view. So I mean, I get it. I just want to rag on it because this is not where I'm from.
Yeah,
but yeah, a lot of people like to go here in the summer.
There's a lot of firework festivals there during
July
the summer.
July 4th is there. I remember, man. I remember my first July 4th in Seattle was when my dad lost all of his money and I had to live in. I decided I was going to live in Seattle to get residency because it was either that or go back to Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And so I stayed, and I remember I was working at a restaurant called I think it was called Monty's or Ponty's. It was Ponty's.
Yeah.
In Fremont, and I worked on July 4th, and I remember I could hear the fireworks, but I couldn't see them from the angle that I was in, and it was so frustrating.
Yep.
Yeah. But anyways, we are not talking about Gasworks
Not
today.
at all.
We're not talking about summer.
No.
We are talking about
Reddit.
Now, Reddit, for a lot of Japanese people, probably don't know what Reddit is. So do you want to explain what Reddit is?
Yeah. So Reddit is like this really, really big social media website. I would say, am I wrong to say it's bigger than Twitter?
I don't know, actually. I would say they're around the same size, but then again, I never use Reddit, so it should.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm not basing this on any actual like statistics.
Yeah.
But it feels like it's bigger than Twitter for me.
Oh my gosh! It was founded in Medford, Massachusetts. That's like a 20-minute drive from my house.
Of course, it was. Of course,
but now the headquarters are in San Francisco, man.
Yeah.
So
okay, that makes more sense. But yeah, so basically. I'll give you like the gist of it, right? Reddit is a website you go to, and you have all these things called subreddits, which are like kind of like smaller little channels and communities for a specific thing.
Yeah.
And this can be news, this can be a hobby, this can be recommendations for traveling. This can be literally whatever you want.
Yeah, you pick a topic and then you write posts related to that
like
topic.
People make like fan subreddits for like their favorite idols. Like literally anything you can think of, there's probably a subreddit for it. And basically, you have this subreddit and there's like a community with a theme, and you create posts talking about that theme.
Yeah.
And that's like the gist of it. And then people either like it or downvote it, and when it gets downvoted, it goes away.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically the reason why we wanted to talk about this website is because there are a couple of Reddit pages. Is that what you call them? Subreddits. You have subreddits. So you have like the mother Reddit, and then you have the other things. But we had a couple of subreddits about living in Japan, and because this is mainly used by foreigners, it's pretty much a foreigners living in Japan.
So, I'm gonna preface this. There's two subreddits that are mostly Japan centric. The first one is teaching in Japan.
Teaching in Japan, yeah.
Because big surprise, a large percentage of the foreign residents living in Japan are teachers.
Yeah.
Right? I wouldn't say it's like 50% because I think now it's
English
kind of
speaking foreigners maybe.
yeah. It's kind of expanded into like other demographics and other like industries and stuff, but still a large chunk of the foreign English speaking community here are teachers.
Well, also
right?
Reddit is mainly. I mean, so I would think more younger people use Reddit than other social media. So a lot of young English speaking foreigners here are teachers.
Yeah,
you know.
And so there's a Reddit called Teaching in Japan.
Yeah.
And then there's another Reddit called Japan Life.
Japan Life. And the reason why you wanted to talk about this?
Well, the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because I think you find the most crazy things on these subreddits where it's like people will talk about their experience in Japan.
Yeah.
And I think it's really interesting because it's fun to go on there and just see people struggle. I guess.
Yeah, well, so the reason why I started looking at it, or the reason why it really caught my eye, was because there's so much negative stuff about people complaining about living in Japan, and so a lot of some of the topics we've talked about on this channel have come because I've looked at this Reddit and someone complains about it.
Yes. Like a lot of our topics for our episodes have come from this. And the thing is, like, I see so much like ridiculous Reddit posts on here about, so Japan Life is like all people living in Japan. You're not allowed to post about Japan if you don't live here. That's like one of the subreddits
the rules.
Yeah. And you will get like the most insane claims. And like I'll give you one example. Right. There was a guy who made a post on the subreddit and was just like, I'm really unhappy in my marriage. And so people reply to him like, okay, well, why are you unhappy? He's like, well, I'm married to a Japanese woman. And they're like, okay, can you give us some more details? And he's like, I just think she's really ugly.
Oh, man.
And it's like, okay.
And then after that, people stops helping you.
Yeah. And then the guy's just like, I thought this when I married her. And then people are like, well, why did you marry a person if you think they're ugly? Like, where's the thought process going with this? And you see so many of these posts, and, it really struck me because we've had many conversations about this, about foreigners moving to Japan and here's how I would put it. I would say being miserable for their own decision making. Right? You see people come here and they just have this like idolized version of what Japan is. And then they come here expecting that. And it's not that way. And everyone thinks to themselves, this place sucks. You know what? This place is the problem, not me.
I know. When it really is, you are the problem. But yeah, I think the reason why I really wanted to talk about this today and share this with our viewers, especially our Japanese viewers, is because I feel like, on regular mass media, you see them interviewing foreigners about how Japan is so great, Japan is so awesome. But on here, you have the opposite, where it's mainly negative. And a lot of people will say, like, I've seen people comment saying, why are you still here if you complain so much? And everyone's like, oh, I just complain. I don't actually really mean it. I really like living here.
It's so crazy. I'm glad you brought this up because I think if you were to go on Google right now, or if you were to go on YouTube specifically, and you typed in like foreigner living in Japan, there would be a million different videos that come up with a person from whatever country living here, and it's like, this is so awesome, look at this matsuri, look at this small apartment that I live in, or like all these things. And then you go onto Reddit and there's like, this sucks, work sucks, I hate this. They sound a lot like Austin.
They sound like we've been talking about how you need to be more positive on this show, man.
Guys, I do a lot of listening. I watch all of our episodes, and I feel like I have recently been very critical of Japan.
Because I remember in the beginning, I was the one who wanted to be more critical. And you're like, no, we can't be critical of Japan. That's going to make people angry. And now it's switched.
And it really has.
But one of the things that I really want to encourage people on here is because I don't really it's not like, oh, please watch people complain about Japan, because honestly, a lot of these problems are from that person's point of view, and they're actually not really problems. They probably misunderstand
They're
it.
not really problems, and a big thing is I think this is not rare. A lot of people think this way.
Yeah.
A lot of people think this. I've talked with so many foreign people here who live in Japan, and they're just like, you know what? My colleagues don't like me.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't think that's true.
Yeah. Why do you think they don't like you? Oh, because they never talk to me.
Yeah.
It's like, what's a cultural difference? And that actually brings me to like the main thing that I wanted to tell why I really want to show this is because in contrast to TV, I mean, on YouTube, you can do it a little bit, but this Reddit is mainly conversation with other users.
Yes.
So what you can do as a Japanese person is you can come in and you can explain the situation here. Like I remember, I was trying to pull it up before the show, but I remember seeing this one person post about how he said, I can't make friends here. No one knows how to talk. Why are Japanese people so bad at conversations? I want to have a deep conversation about our hopes and dreams or like some like bullshit like that, you know?
Yeah.
And it was funny because he's like, whenever I try to get deeper in the conversation, people always like shy it off and they say, oh, what did you eat yesterday or something? And he's like, why do people not know how to have conversations? And a lot of people were going on and like, yeah, Japanese people are so oblivious to the world. They don't know what's going on. They're so antisocial.
Man.
Yeah.
You hear it all the time.
But the best part is that there were actually a couple of Japanese people came up in there and they were like, hey, actually, this is a cultural difference.
Yeah.
We are thinking about these things, but we just don't share them because we don't want to rock the boat. Stop judging us by your values.
Yeah.
It's different.
I'll give you I'll give you another one that's pretty similar to that we were looking at earlier.
Oh yeah, let's see if I can find it.
If you want to pull it up. So
what
person
what was the key? What was the keyword or something?
Oh, it was like my coworkers won't talk to me.
Okay, so let's just type in coworkers.
Yeah.
Talk. Okay.
All
right, so let's maybe let's see. Okay, let me do this. So we'll just I'll type in bad at conversation because that's what it was. Just one second. Let me bring that in.
So I'll kind of explain the situation while you're looking for that. So basically, there's this person who has been working here in Japan, and they're complaining that they're not able. Hey guys, if you've watched this far, you're gonna love our Austin and Arthur friends.
In the Austin and Arthur friends, you're going to really improve your English listening, and I mean a lot.
Yeah. So for each episode, you'll get English and Japanese subtitles, so you can check your listening and comprehension.
You'll also get access to a members-only community where you can talk with us, the both of us. Mainly me, right?
No, definitely not. For more info, click on the link here, or in the description box of this video.
Thanks for being our friend. Woo! I have no friends.
Able to make any relationships or friendships with their coworkers.
Yeah,
they're claiming that.
Do you want to read this a little bit?
Yeah, literally
slower?
the title.
Yeah.
So I'll read it here. So the title is "My Japanese Colleagues Do Not Talk to Me." Anyone experienced something like this before and have any advice? To give some context, I'm working at an organization in Japan where I am the only American and only non-native Japanese speaker. I started learning Japanese a little over 2 years ago, so I do speak Japanese fluently.
I doubt that.
Yeah. But at a basic level, using mostly words found in textbooks. I wonder why no one wants to talk to you.
I know, it's difficult.
It's like, my JLP level is likely within 2 to 3 range. I can have a full conversation.
But I just want to say, he said is likely within 2 to 3 range, which means he has not taken the Nihongo no Ryoku Shiken. He just thinks it's that.
Yes.
It's a big difference.
I'm glad you brought that up. I have so much I want to talk about this because, anyways, I can have a full conversation using only Japanese, but the other person would need to slow down a bit and use more basic vocabulary. So okay.
Yeah, keep on going.
We'll keep going, and then I'll okay. The problem I'm having is no one talks to me at work. I feel like a pariah in the office, and having been there for 6 months, I would say over half the office, about 25 people, have not approached me once about anything. My first few months, I went out of my way to build rapport with my coworkers, and I quickly realized that I was consistently going to them and not the other way around. So one day I did an experiment where I did not start a conversation all day. So it's just a regular work day. Wow. Okay. And sure enough, nobody approached me. There was one guy who goes out of his way to talk to me every day and tries his best to bring me into the fold, which I'm super appreciative of, but I do not understand why the others avoid me. Because of this, I often get lonely at work and don't feel like a part of the team. Has anyone gone through this before and or have any advice about it? My coworkers aren't inherently mean. They're just unbelievably hesitant to talk to me.
And then there's an edit from afterwards.
Oh, edit. Did not expect this many replies. Thank you for everyone posting a reply. There was a lot of useful information here that helps me get better things in perspective.
So talk about why you wanted that. I'm going to bring up some replies.
Okay. So here's my problem. So like you mentioned, this person probably actually can't speak very much Japanese. Like moving here for 2 years.
Yeah.
And not having any like Japanese ability prior to that, there's absolutely no way you're going to be fluent.
Yeah.
There's not. And here's the thing. They kind of alluded to this, the fact, and like, I'm not trying to attack this person, by the way. That's not the purpose of this, because I hear this all the time. But your daily conversation ability is like, oh yeah, the weather, it's hot today, huh? So desu ne. And it's like, that's it. So you don't have that rapport with the person. You're just talking about basic things like, oh yeah, the train was crowded today.
Yeah.
You don't have any deep conversational level. So why are you expecting other people to come up to you and talk? Also, like, I'm kind of projecting a little bit here, but I think if I was one of their coworkers, I would think it's a little mendokusai.
Yeah.
Right? I have to slow down my Japanese, and it's like, you know what? I'm trying to get my work done.
Yeah.
I'm not here to really talk. Like another thing that I think like a lot of people really don't understand here when they come, like especially from America, is work culture here in Japan. People are there to get their work done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like we've kind of alluded to the past how like I feel like efficiency here like in the workplace is not as high as America is. But at the same time, I think that like conversations here in the workplace, they really don't happen.
Like talking by the water cooler, like in America, you always talk by the water cooler.
Yeah, right.
Take a break.
And I was actually talking with Aki earlier about this. How I feel like here in Japan, you really notice like when Japanese people talk about this or have conversations at work, it's like little spurts, like 1 or 2 minute, like quick conversations. And then everyone's back to work again, right? Whereas I feel like in American culture, it's kind of like I'm working and I'm talking at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So a lot of, especially Americans, but I think Europeans here, they come to Japan and they end up feeling like alienated and lonely in the work environment just because of how quiet it is.
Yeah, right. And it's funny because a lot of the comments here by the English speakers or by the foreigners said, "Hey, dude, you're not fluent in Japanese.
Yeah.
You're not as good as you think you are. This is why you said you struggle to have conversations. That's why." But one thing though, Aki, I want you to bring this up is there was this one response here, and it's probably a little bit small for the screen. But let's bring this up. So this I'm just going to read this out. So this person wrote down, "I am Japanese and a native Japanese speaker. Let me say one thing. We are fucking seriously bad at speaking English. When we meet a guy who looks like a gaijin, we flinch and think, oh my God, they can't possibly understand my shitty English. Even if a foreigner can communicate in Japanese, we unconsciously avoid him. It doesn't mean that they don't like you. We also tend to be a bit shy. To be frank, it is not unusual for Japanese people in the same workplace not to talk to each other.
Yeah.
Please keep trying to communicate with us in Japanese."
Yeah.
And so like this is great because this guy is given an actual like good opinion about this,
Yeah, I think I really wanted us to talk about this today because I think this is like the number one complaint when people move over here is they think that people in Japan are cold, they don't like them, and they don't want to communicate with them. And I really, it's just like, it's a cultural difference.
Yeah.
That's literally it is. You know, yes, people tend to be more shy here, but there's a common misconception among Japanese people that they don't want to make friends or they just like they don't want to socialize and all, and that's not true.
Yeah, but it's because the thing is that, you know, because it's foreigners living in Japan with other foreigners living in Japan, it creates like an echo chamber.
It does. It really does.
Yeah. So that's why I think, just like we saw in this comment before, if some of our viewers can be in here, you know, I think that would really help it up, because honestly, when I look at this, I kind of, so this really brings up like a big inferiority complex I have in myself, because, you know, growing up, I was always the loser, and I don't want to be seen as a loser, but I made decisions in my life that are commonly construed as...
I started watching Andrew Tate videos.
Basically.
I want to be an alpha male.
I'm going to be alpha. No. So so one of the things, you know, is, you know, a lot of, well, it's a little bit different now because Japanese anime is so popular now. Yeah. But when we were growing up, it was still very small scale. Yeah. And it was really the socially awkward kids who didn't really have friends who were into anime and manga. And those were the people who learned Japanese. Yeah. And those were the people who came to Japan. Yeah. And so when you come to Japan, you have these socially awkward people. Yeah. And they just don't know how to live life in America, let alone in Japan. And then they freak out. Yeah. But yeah. Sorry. Did you have something you want to say about that?
No, I'm agreeing with you on a lot of these things. And like I said, I'm not trying to be negative towards this person, but it's like this, if you go on this subreddit, and I think that this is a really good place to really get a real good feeling of how a lot of people think about Japan while they're living here. And, you know, like I said, I'm trying to be more positive on Japan.
Watching this will not make you positive about Japan.
No, but watching this makes me frustrated because it's like, you guys do not understand anything here. Yeah. You know, it's like, I really want to like just get on these, get on every single post and be like, no, that's actually not how people think here. That's actually, if you just took time to like sit down and like listen to this, because here's the thing. Do you want to make friends with somebody at work?
Not really. I want to be friendly with them. Sorry. I wasn't
strange. Expecting an answer.
I'm sorry, man.
What is that?
I stole your thunder.
No. Was it hypothetical?
It's a rhetorical question.
Rhetorical question. That's, man, I suck at English.
And you're an English teacher.
I know. That was a rhetorical question. So, do you want to make friends with somebody at work? Here's what you do: go out drinking with them. Just after work, hey, let's go to the Tachinomi and let's drink. Have a couple
I'm not going to do that because I'm not getting paid for those hours. It's not my work.
You know, and it's just like, okay, well, so if you don't want to put it in the effort to socialize, why should you expect somebody else to do that?
Yeah, right?
Right?
And that's a lot of what is like a lot of these people, I see this a lot with especially younger people. They're like, oh, I want friends. Someone talk to me. Yeah. Someone be my friend. But
they don't want to put in the effort to make a friendship.
I know. There's so many people here saying, I live in Tokyo. It's so lonely and there's no one to talk to. Yeah. But Tokyo has some like the most diverse groups ever.
Tokyo, like, look, I don't want to be mean, but if you're lonely in Tokyo,
it's your fault.
It really is your fault.
Yeah.
Like it's a very callous statement to make, but there is more communities here for anything you could want to do. Yeah. But you have to put in the effort to go find them.
And it's not even that much effort. Yeah, you just have to go look for them. Yeah. But I do want to say, because we don't have too much time left.
Man,
but
that's crazy.
I know, just time went by, right? Yeah. So yeah, let's look at this, because I noticed actually at the top of this Japan Life thread, they have community highlights. So here they have. So Aki, you can put this on the screen. So Daily Boss Super Premium Deluxe Stupid Questions thread. So stupid questions my boss asked me. Okay. Another one is Weekly Praise thread and Weekly Complaint thread. Yeah. General discussion. So do you want to look at praise or do you want to look at complaint?
You know which one I want.
You want to look at the boss one.
Yeah.
No, well, so I'm just going to look at this one quickly.
I feel like this is something that people could probably relate here, that, you know, like everybody has a boss that just does weird stuff. You know what I mean?
Dang it. So actually, I'm not really sure. Those are not what I was expecting. We can look at the complaint thread.
Okay.
So basically, this is the weekly complaint thread to get anything off your chest that's been bugging you. So let's take turns reading each of these. So you can read the first one.
This one?
Yeah.
All right. Listening and watching my coworkers try to do basic stuff on a computer is my oh my God, this is... Did I write this? I could help. Okay, so wait. Listening and watching my coworkers try to do basic stuff on a computer is my personal hell. I could help, but last week they complained I left 5 minutes early so I could change in the office bathroom before we went out to a drinking party. Have fun staying until whatever effing wild time into the night trying to figure out how to make an underscore in Word, you morons.
Yeah, well, to be honest, when I first came here, I was surprised at how few people knew how to use computers.
Like, so I agree. I think there's a lot of people here who are completely illiterate when it comes to computers. But there's also, on the other side, there's also a lot of people here who like are really savvy with computer stuff. But man, I'll tell you, like in my job, I was put in charge of a grade with another teacher who was a Japanese English teacher.
Do I know this person?
You do.
Yeah.
And
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
This post really connects with me.
Yeah.
Is how I'll put it, man. So, it's and this isn't really like a Japanese culture thing. This is just like a technological aptitude ability, right? That it's just like if you're put in a job where being good at a computer is just part of your work, and then you get paired with somebody who's like, I type with 2 fingers.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
I know. Typewriters, man.
It's like...
But let's look at another one. So this one said, okay, next one is, wife encountered a racist today. On her walk with our pup, some jerk, can't say that word on YouTube, started shouting, go away, and started banging a laundry pole on the group. This was her first time experiencing something like that. And so,
you know, it's kind of hard for me to know whether or not this is actually real.
Yeah, right.
Because I personally have never experienced racism in Japan, other than like just getting denied.
I've had someone tell me go away before.
Really?
Yeah, kuni kaere toka. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it exists. I've never experienced it on that level. So it's like I can't really visualize.
Yeah. Okay. And I think for our final thing on here, just to kind of show the variety of what we have on Reddit, the last one here is, my complaint is that I forgot what I was going to complain about. I have become Grandpa Simpson in real life.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes. Oh, that was good. She just did the time mark. That was wonderful.
Nice.
Yeah. So please, everyone, go on Reddit and help guide the young lost souls who thought Japan was heaven, but realize it's just a regular country.
I really think it's if you're somebody who wants to know what it's like living as a foreigner here, I think visiting this website and going on this subreddit is a really good opportunity to understand how we feel. Not necessarily how we experience things, because like I was saying, this is on video, everyone. I am not the only one who spills. Look at how big this is.
So we always talk about how you're the one who spills.
Oh,
and now this is like the time I spilled, and it's like the largest spill ever.
The shoe's on the other foot now, Arthur.
I just love how you kept on going like nothing ever, like nothing was going on. But anyways, sorry, man. Do you want to finish your thought? Because I'll clean this up when we're done. So.
But yeah, like I was saying, I think a lot of people talk very negatively about Japan, but then they still live here, and you ask them, why do you live here if you talk so negatively about Japan? And it's like, oh well, actually I don't really feel that way. It's just like I'm looking for something to complain about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like
Well, it's like a lot of times,
know?
you're so comfortable that you find a problem.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's how a lot of people actually feel here, right? Where it's just like they either don't understand the culture or they're kind of just looking for something to complain about. I mean, like, look, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Like, I have a lot of criticisms of Japan here.
Yeah, but there's a reason why you haven't gone back to the States yet.
But there's a reason why I haven't gone back. I like this place.
Yeah.
So, contrary to some people in the comments, I do like Japan.
Sometimes. Most of the time. I'm just joking around.
I love it here.
Yeah, I'm
I
just
love
joking
it here.
around, man.
But I hate trains.
I like trains because I never have to ride them during rush hour. But I really want to clean this up, so let's put a pin on this one, and we'll
forever immortalized now.
I know it's on YouTube.
Arthur has done the biggest
So we should,
spill.
whenever you make a spill and I comment about it, we should bring up this clip and just throw it on the screen. Anyways, I'll see you next time.
All right.